George was, even right up until that stage, was very unsure about the whole thing. He thought it was going to sink, and but Byron was much more confident. I think Byron had to constantly reassure George that it's going to work. You know, don't worry, George. We're going to make it. Okay, it's going to be all right.
It was released, what, 18 months or so after the end of the shoot?
I thought it would sink like a rock. I thought, you know, I don't know what I thought, because it took so long to come out. I thought, that film, that's got to come out soon. And it came out, and wow.
It wasn't until I went to the premiere that I realised what we had, you know, and I was blown away. I was absolutely blown away.
I was very impressed. I was seriously impressed. I thought it looked like a real film.
It wasn't a piece of television. You know, it was a big movie, and you could see that people were sort of like really excited.
I hadn't seen a movie that excited me like that for a long time. They actually picked my heart up, and I could feel the pace of it.
The theatre was chock-a-block, and they were cheering right throughout with the stunt scenes and all that. There was just absolute screaming and cheering, and it gave us a great feeling because we knew it was a success.
The best fun, to be quite honest, was when I came out of the movies. There was a car park above the movies, and listening to everyone get in and rev their engines up, you know, I thought, that's exactly right.
I was impressed by the, you know, the punch, the story, the whole thing. And I was just scratching my head thinking, how did they manage to actually pull this with all the bullshit and the drama that we went through, you know? I think this is what impressed me most.
And that was the shock, that this sort of ramshackle shoot over a long period of time, and, you know, things changing and being very organic. Some people loving that, some people were having difficulties with that. Suddenly, when, you know, the surgeon went to work and rearranged it and added that, you know, fantastic soundtrack, that it was so powerful, so big.
The whole film itself just left you just shocked and stunned. Yeah. After it died down and you thought about it, you thought, wow, that's different. It was, nothing had been made like that.
There weren't even that many films in America that had that kind of impact, you know.
This is quite a unique movie. There's something very different about it. Very Australian. Those outback roads, just the acting, the type of scene, the type of story even. There's something very Australian about it.
It blew me away. It absolutely blew me away. And I felt terribly guilty and stupid that I had not, those years before when I'd read that 10-page draft or whatever, that I'd had no idea of what those guys were capable of doing.
It was the boldness of George's vision that got me, because nobody else was doing it. He was actually working bigger than the Australian industry. Everyone else was making an Australian movie. They were hoping that was going to make it overseas. They'd made a movie to cater already for bigger than Australia.
But there was no doubt that it was going to shake up the Australian film industry, which it did.